Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aries. Henny. Happy birthday to you and many more. So, welcome to your season and happy birthday. Also, welcome to DTWJLife. I am Jen. If this is the first time that you've come here, thank you so much for joining me. If you are returning, thank you. I appreciate your loyalty, your patience, because sometimes I'm late with things. I also I appreciate your comments, everything that you have to share with me. I thank you for all of your support. I do. This is the beginning of a new astrological year. Yeah, we're just chilling in the first house right now. Absolutely. You know, people have Aries stereotyped as the sign of ego. But that could equally be shared among all signs, if you ask me. When people are like a little bit too like into themselves, and why give something a negative connotation at all times just to describe it? What if it's just a term in its purest form, and it is whatever connotation you choose to give it? Coming up at the bottom of the deck, choice and passion upright. Whatever I will happens to me. The more definition that you give to something, the more it becomes a part of you and your energy and everything that you do with your energy. I find that very interesting. Now, instead of pulling a card for each section of what is under the first house that I have up here, I'm just gonna wing it, because why not? Aries season is about self, appearances, first impressions, beginnings, and your attitude. So it's kind of like getting a personal reading, somebody who needs a personal reading, and they ask me like 5 questions. So I find ways to combine them and conjunct them. Here we go. Why not? Let's do it. Whatever I will happens to me. That's right. Because I don't believe in limiting people's questions or amount of questions that they have to ask. If I can, I will combine everything because everything is connected. So why not? Hold on. Okay. Pulling 4 and 4. Very interesting, Aries. Give me a minute. You're definitely learning a lot from Cancer being in the North Node up until June. Capricorn in the South. I say Cancer in the North Node specifically because this is the first card that's coming up is the Moon. You're learning not only about the mysterious parts of yourself and embracing them instead of running away from them, but you're learning how to keep secrets better. You're learning how to, God, how do I put it? The importance of sacred secrecy when it comes to certain things. You cannot share every living thing that you think of or that you want to do with everybody because not everybody has the best intentions for you. You already know this. Now you do. And if it's not that, it's a thing of you being a cardinal sign, the initiator, just like the Cancer. And you're really good at beginning things, but then, when you tell everybody all about it, it's like it feels like it's completed to you even though it had not been completed yet. So you forget to finish it. Yeah, I totally get that, by the way. So that's definitely one reason why you want to kind of keep things behind closed doors for as long as you need to, until they're beyond the initiation status. You have to excuse me, I don't wear makeup often. I'm going to have to more often just because I feel like it. Second card, Fate and Change, upright. Definitely a spiritual judgment point, a judgment point in your spirituality. Your spiritual growth is happening. You need to rise to the occasion in order to grow, in order to expand in your journey, in your spiritual journey. Right now is the time to kind of pause and reflect on the things that you're looking to grow on spiritually and choose how you move forward from that point forward. Oh yeah, because there are going to be times where you have to be calm, and there are other times where you have to be a little bit chaotic and shake things up in someone else's world or other people's world, because if you didn't shake things up, people would not listen. And to be able to do this effectively and continue to do this effectively as you always have, you have to rise to the occasion when spiritual growth calls for it. Rise to that occasion. That's what you're being called to do. Fire within air. Whatever craft you are working on right now, whether it's new or old, you're going to definitely have to, You're going to have to brush up on your studies a little bit about it, or brush up your studies on different areas pertaining to it so that you can strengthen it, strengthen your craft, whatever that is. You're being called to move in silence with that. Thunder inverted, which is in tandem with moon upright. Keep that close to your chest, behind closed scenes, until you are ready to present it and initiate it. Pre-launch does not mean initiation. Okay? Prepare yourself first and then initiate. And be sure that you know enough so that you can see things through to the finish. Some of you are growing on something entirely new. It could be a new job. It could be a new business. It could be a new opportunity as a freelancer. That explains the last two cards in the first section. Son of Air upright and Thunder inverted. That explains those. That links up to this. Through that, you're actually going to find a semblance of fulfillment and stillness. Stillness being silence while studying what you have to study and while growing on something. Through that stillness, you're going to get fulfillment. You're also going to learn better what different creative problem-solving skills you can obtain from that point forward. You're never done learning. Even if you do the same thing for like 20 years, there are different ways of doing it. And the more that you learn about that, the more you can see that. And not just believe in it, but do it. The more that you can actually do it. Let's see. Yeah. This has everything to do with your pragmatics because you have Earth within fire here. New job, new business, new opportunities. This connecting with the two air cards. Definitely. It has every single thing to do with upgrading yourself, updating yourself. Appearances. First impressions. Before you even appear, there is that pre-launch phase. You have to prepare for what you're about to show up for. This is actually very important, by the way. If you didn't feel that yet, yeah, this is actually really important. As a result of all this, something beautiful is going to be avalanching in. That is pragmatic. That could be money. That could be material wealth. It could be achieving a higher status in some form. Very beautiful. I really like that. Good job, fool. I love you guys. Ah, I can't help it. You guys, that's the major arcana in my deck of you. The Fool. I like it. I mention that because you have the moon conjuncting Saturn here, which means that you're learning a different type of discipline or different way of going about a discipline that you've always known behind closed doors. This is very important, Aries. You're going to be facing a lot of changes this entire astrological year. So, I have to say, to follow what is going to happen with you during this entire astrological year, subscribe to me and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a darn thing. Also, I wanted to let you know that private readings, no, personal readings are discounted up until June, because June is when the North and South Node energies shift. So thank you so much for joining me, for leaving your comments. And until the next one, happy birthday and blessed be.